Welcome. Welcome to this World Assembly 2023. Well, the day is today. I remind you that you can select the interpretation channel in the Zoom bar below. You can choose the language you prefer to listen by clicking on the world icon. You can choose between English, French, or Spanish. In the main room, you will listen in English, but there will be some exceptions and you can change the channel so many times you need. And here are the housekeeping points. The first one is please register yourself in the chat, write your country and then your name. Members of the EXCO and representatives, please register too. To assure the good development of the session, the microphones will be muted. But if you have any comments, doubts, or any inconvenience, the chat will be permanently enabled. People are still joining in, so I will repeat that you can choose the language you prefer to listen by clicking on the word icon in the Zoom bar below. We will have many votations today, and for the voting process, I must remind you that on your screen will always appear at first the question and then the alternative for your choice. And you have to click on one option and then click on submit. You will have 10 seconds to vote. And then the results will automatically appear on your screen. We remember that only the presidents or delegates will be able to vote. One vote is received per country, and preparatory committees do not vote. Well, now is Mercedes Machola-Sage, OMEP World President, who will do the opening of this session.
Well, good morning, good afternoon, bonjour, buenos días. Really a little sleepy today because I have just reached from Montevideo last night. I was in a UNESCO meeting presenting the GEM report of 2023. And I'm a little tired, so I don't know how my mind will work today. Well, I welcome all the presidents and delegates of the national committees and to the OMEP representatives in the United Nations and in UNESCO, and to our past presidents and all the members of the World Executive Committee. Last year was the first year that we were able to meet again face-to-face at the wonderful World Assembly in Athens, after many years of not being able to do so. This year, we decided to make this World Assembly virtual, understanding that every year is very difficult to sustain a face-to-face meeting for all. So in Athens, I was unanimously reelected as the world president, and this is then my first World Assembly of this second term and my last term, I hope. And I feel as a beginning in many things, but as a continuity in many others. The new strategic plan 2023-2025 is intended to reflect this. The work continues, expands, intensifies, and the journey between 2020 and 2022 has been very long, arduous, but I am very happy to have the time to continue, to complete, to realize so many open projects with OMEP as banner. Together, we have traveled the path to reach the 2023 World Assembly. A small list of our achievements so far. We held the extraordinary session some days ago where topics and debates were raised, and we have the opportunity to highlight the different issues that would be voted in this assembly. The European regional meeting was held with a great participation and commitments, and other regional meetings are planned to be concrete during this year. In 1 week, I will travel to Bogota to meet our Latin American colleagues. I am so happy for that. As we will not hold our World Conference during 2023, we will continue with the OMEP seminar series. Remember that the videos that are always available in 3 languages in our YouTube channel, OMEP World TV. New vice presidents, honorary members, preparatory and national committees are nominated today. The formal vote, we will carry all the formal vote for that. For that all and for much more, I want to thank you, your support for the effort of communication and collective work that is worth, and it contributes to creating a better world for current and future generations. Our agenda is very busy, therefore I invite you to start, and thank you again for being present, and good job for all of you in this beautiful Saturday. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. We will move now to the next point of the agenda. This is the roll call. I have a first list of the countries that are accompanying us. I will read it. They are Cameroon, France, Argentina, Germany, Greece, Sweden, Hong Kong, Sierra Leone, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Italy, Japan, Norway, United States of America, Thailand, Ghana, North Macedonia, Slovakia, Pakistan, Ecuador, Croatia, Nigeria, Chile, Mexico, Canada, Russia, Australia, Cyprus, Uruguay, and United Kingdom. These are 29 countries. We have also our observers through OMEP World TV. And thank you everyone for joining us. And now we will move to the adoption of the agenda. This is the agenda was shared in advance, so now we will vote for the approval. So the first votation is, do you approve the agenda? Please vote now. Remember to select one option and submit. And now you can see that 100% approved the agenda. You can see the results on your screen. Thank you. And the second votation is for the minutes of the World Assembly 2022. So we have to vote for the approval. The minutes were also shared in advance. So,
Camila, if we have any things to add, we have to send or to tell now.
Yes, of course, you have the possibility to open your microphone whenever you want or to raise your hand. And of course, the chat is the communication channel that we can use. Yes, Maria, can you?
Thank
You
you.
have- Yes.
Only two things in the minutes, because we have to be sure. There is nothing mentioned that OMEP Cyprus demonstrate and talk about the book on Color Your Rights, because this was during the assembly.
Good.
And another one, finally, there was a proposal and approval for the continuation of the Color Your Rights. It is on the website of World OMEP, but it is not written in the minutes. So this is kind of contradictory. We have some notes. If you want, I can send you later on. It's only two phrases.
Of course, I thank you for your comments, and I would like that you send this note and these comments through email so we can incorporate them to the minutes and do the modifications.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Well, and the approval of the minutes were 100%, so I thank everyone for this votation too. Now we will move to the presentation of the annual report 2022. We will have some short presentation. The first one is for the world president to present her activities in the annual report 2022. And then we will listen to the vice president of the different regions. Mercedes, please.
Sorry. L'année 2022 a présenté le nouveau défi. Sorry, we have the channels for interpretation. Please choose the channel. Elijan el canal. L'année 2022 a présenté le nouveau défi pour le travail de l'OMEP. La diminution de les infections liées à la pandémie de la COVID-19 a permis de réengager les enfants, la famille et les éducateurs dans le service et les programmes de l'EPP. Et ainsi que d'assurer une présence progressive dans l'activité nationale, régionale et mondiale. Tel que nous avons expliqué dans le rapport de 2020 et 2021, les membres du Comité national de l'OMEP ont travaillé dur, guidés par notre plan stratégique dans le contexte dystopique imprévisible de la pandémie qui a exacerbé les injustices et les inégalités qui menacent déjà le droit et le bien-être et au développement de jeunes enfants. En 2022, comme jamais auparavant, il est devenu évident que pour atteindre les ODD et faire face aux crises majeures liées aux conséquences de la COVID, il était nécessaire de définir et d'initier un travail de transformation de l'éducation qui permettrait d'agir pour nos jeunes enfants et garçons puissant grandir dans le monde pacifique, plus humain, plus juste et plus égalitaire et plus heureuse aussi. Regarding the specific area of organization and governance, last year, and in spite of the lack of economic resources, we were able to increase our presence in the world. In July 2022, we held a successful on-site World Assembly and Conference in Athens, carefully planned by OMEP Greece National Committee. We also built on the knowledge obtained during the months spent in the lockdown, integrated transformative strategies to our actions that have been have enabled members to have closer communication, more visibility, and better articulation, guided by the framework of the strategic plan. Likewise, the World Assembly allows us to review the plan and to define the scope of work for the next 3 years. The 2022 annual report combines the input from all the members and representatives of OMEP. To this end, guidance documents were drafts based on the different areas of work of OMEP strategic plan. These guidelines were sent to the members of the ESCO, the representatives, and all the committees following the same areas in a platform, and a platform was designed for the national committees to upload their reports. The data gathered is presented in this document, the World Report, that is uploaded in the shared in a share file, and divided into 7 chapters and an annex. The first 5 chapters correspond to the strategic plan. The chapters about the strategic areas highlighted the key points of each one. They represent the report of the ESCO members, the UN representatives, the work project coordinators, and a general overview of what was reported by the national committees. The 70% of the national committees submitted their annual reports, so it is not generalized. We have to work to accomplish the 100% of the presentations because it's a requirement of the Constitution. So we need to work for the following year in order to get the 100% of the reports. El título del informe está directamente relacionado con el hecho de que en el año 2022, Naciones Unidas crea el movimiento para pensar mundialmente y actuar en favor de la transformación de la educación. Apoyando este proceso, la OMEP ha realizado mucho trabajo en todos los campos. Debido al escaso tiempo disponible para la presentación de hoy, solo me voy a enfocar mi informe en la incidencia política de la OMEP a nivel global. Por incidencia política, entendemos a los procesos que lleva a cabo la OMEP para influir sobre las políticas públicas. Su implementación y las decisiones de asignación de recursos dentro de los sistemas políticos, económicos, sociales e institucionales orientados a proteger el derecho a la educación y al cuidado en la primera infancia. Desde la aprobación de la Agenda de Educación 2030, OMEP está comprometida a velar por el cumplimiento del ODS 4.2, siguiendo sus avances y monitoreando el cumplimiento, así como las inversiones, los gastos, exigiendo transparencia en la gobernanza y en los procesos presupuestarios. OMEP's global political advocacy work from the world president perspective was focused on monitoring, promoting and advancing the human rights defined in the Convention on the Rights of the Child, together with the Sustainable Development Goals, and particularly with the 2030 Education Agenda targets. To articulate these topics, the presidency continued focusing work on the flagship initiative of the decade for early childhood education and care, for which we draft a document that describes the initiative. Continuous actions were taken to demand urgent peace, disarmament, and dialogue in terms of the war and conflict that threaten the world. OMEP states that governments must comply with the United Nations Charter to protect children's rights at the highest level of priority through dialogue and negotiation. Also, during 2022, activities related to political advocacy work were essentially held in 4 connected events: the Global Partnership Strategy for Early Childhood Education, the Transforming Education Pre-Summit held in UNESCO, the Transforming Education Summit held in New York, and the the World Conference on Early Childhood Education held in Tashkent. The Global Partnership Strategy kicked off at the end of 2020, you remember, and demanded great involvement from the presidency and the delegates in the development of multiple meetings, which were held online, of course, due to the pandemic, with UNESCO, with UNICEF, with the World Bank, with a big group of specialists and some countries. The document created established a fundamental cornerstone in the intersectoral and interagency work. Connected with this, in the Transforming Education Pre-Summit, OMEP co-organized with UNESCO and the Right to Education Initiative the need to expand the international legal framework in order to ensure the right to free early childhood education for free, in order to get more access for all, and to stress the problem of inclusion, no? With the participation, of course, with colleagues, with other colleagues from CLADE, from the World Campaign of Education and other key organizations. One of the points made was the need to reinforce governmental obligations for early childhood education and care, to early childhood education and also to secondary and adult education, adopting a holistic approach of lifelong learning and improving access and eliminating barriers. In the United Nations, the Transforming Education Summit was held for the first time in United Nations headquarters in New York. It was so important in September 2022. OMEP was represented by Maria Pia Belloni and Jessica Sari, our representatives in the UN, and I also went there as world president. Together with UNESCO and the Right to Education Initiative, Human Rights Watch, and the Global Campaign for Education, OMEP drove the initiative of this new legal framework again to guarantee the right to free education and in early childhood. From this test, Transforming Education Summit, the following achievements should be highlighted, because we had really achievements. One is the commitment to action on foundational learning. This is important. I want to comment something about foundational learning. We need to define as an organization what is foundational learning for us, because there is a tension, and some countries are only stressing skills connected with reading and writing and math. So we need to open this concept, foundational learning. What does it mean in early childhood education? The other is the call to action to financing education. investing more and more equitable and more efficiently in education, to assume the moral, political, and economic obligation of investing in education, promoting global initiatives to achieve more financial, technical, and political support to implement at the national level a series of calls to action launched also from the summit. And the other issue was the importance of youth participation in the educational field. And this was also highlighted and supported, and different aspects of the situation of and careers of educators as key facilitators of a transformative education that also were reviewed. So, sorry, I lost the technology. It's not so easy. Sorry. En noviembre 2022, en novembre 2022, la conférence mondiale sur l'éducation et la protection de la petite enfance a eu lieu dans le cadre du sommet sur la transformation de l'éducation et la stratégie mondiale de le partenariat de la petite enfance. L'OMEP a fait partie du comité de rédaction de la déclaration de Tashkent et des engagements à agir pour transformer l'éducation et la protection de la petite enfance. Pendant la conférence, OMEP a participé dans 8 sessions et forums comme orateur ou comme organizateur. Previamente a la realización de la conferencia mundial, la presidenta fue convocada por la Oficina Regional de América Latina y el Caribe, la OREAL UNESCO, para desarrollar 2 actividades específicas relacionadas con el reporte regional para América Latina y el Caribe sobre la AEPI. Finalización de la elaboración del informe regional Educación y Cuidados de la Primera Infancia en América Latina y el Caribe en la última década, y redacción del marco introductorio y las recomendaciones. También desarrollar el rol de relatora especial, relatora principal de la consulta regional para la atención y la educación de la primera infancia en América Latina y el Caribe, y preparación del documento final de la consulta. Para finalizar, deseo volver a destacar que el año 2022 se ha caracterizado por la realización de múltiples actividades y por la realización de muchos valiosos compromisos. Algunos de estos compromisos, quiero señalar que algunos de estos compromisos son históricos, como es el caso de la Declaración de Tashkent. Invitamos a todos y todas a leer en profundidad el reporte 2022 que tanto trabajo nos ha costado. Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias. Thank you. Merci. That's one word in French. It's not bad. And now we will listen to the regional vice presidents who will summarize in 3 minutes some remarks of the regional report. A real challenge. The 3 minutes, the first 3 minutes are for Nyamike Kiama for Africa.
Thank you, Camilla. OMEP Africa started with 8 national committees: Burkina Faso, Cameroon, Ghana, Kenya, Liberia, Mauritius, Nigeria, and Sierra Leone. We welcomed OMEP Tanzania in February and OMEP Angola in April. Both were approved as prep committees at the Athens World Assembly in July. My predecessor, Madam Abimbola Are, was made an honorary member of OMEP at that assembly. The VP visited Freetown, Sierra Leone in November to join OMEP Sierra Leone to celebrate their 5th anniversary, which was also the 55th anniversary of Biana School. That's the school that promoted the formation of OMEP Sierra Leone. Madam Abimbola was also in attendance. So at that anniversary, they had an annual meeting with a symposium on early childhood mental health in Sierra Leone. The keynote address was given by one Dr. Carol Labour, who is the presidential advisor on mental health in Sierra Leone. OMEP Sierra Leone president also visited Accra in Ghana in December. We had a collaborative meeting with her, that's OMEP Ghana president, VP Africa, and OMEP Sierra Leone president. Then OMEP Nigeria successfully held its 34th national conference in Oyo State in October with the theme Early Childhood Education in the 21st Century, New Perspectives and Dilemmas. So generally, the committees were still suffering from the effects of the pandemic. Nevertheless, each country managed to execute programs most suited to their environment. And the OMEP special days were also celebrated. Communication was mainly through our OMEP Africa WhatsApp platform and emails. This encouraged more participation in OMEP activities, especially the virtual ones. Text messages and phone calls were used where necessary. We had two main meetings during the year, a regional meeting in February to discuss the 2022 program, and a regional cafe in October to discuss heading for Tashkent. In terms of projects, we prepared and presented project proposals to UNESCO Participation Program for an ESD-ECCE project in the Toy Library. The ESD-ECCE project was granted the award in August. The project is being implemented in 2023. The major strengths of the region are capacity building and training of early childhood educators and caregivers, and celebrating OMEP special days. And these special days and all these activities are occasions that we use to create visibility of OMEP in our communities. Our challenges are that most members are private school proprietors, funding source is school fees, effects of the pandemic is still biting, and this has highlighted the challenges with the payment of annual dues. For 2023, we are looking to strengthen knowledge exchange among the OMEP National Committee members in Africa. We also want to encourage academia and the young ones to join OMEP, and also encourage the Africa members to participate more in OMEP World, national, regional, and international meetings and conferences. Thank you.
Thank you, Nyamike. Thank you very much for your 3 minutes and for your work. And now the next presentation is for the Asia Pacific region with Odomluk Kulapitir, the former vice president of the region. I don't know if Odomluk, no, you won't present the 2022. I don't know. Hello. Hello.
Hi. I thought Sandy is going to present it, as she informed me in the email.
Okay, then we will listen to Odomluk when she presents the host for the World Assembly and Conference 2024 in Thailand. That is going to be your presentation. Thank you. But Sandy, are you there? Sandy, I think Sandy will speak for the region, although she's the vice president for the region this year, but she will present the remarks for the Asia Pacific region, please.
Thank you, Camilla. So good evening from Sydney, Australia, everybody, where it's 25 to 11 at night. So, and Waramai in the language of the traditional custodians of this land, the Darug people. It's my pleasure to present my first VP talk since taking up this role in January this year. and building on the work of Udumlok. And so again, let me first state my appreciation for Professor Kapochia's leadership in the Asia-Pacific region, including attending the World Conference on Early Childhood Education in Tashkent as a representative. The Asia-Pacific region is a very diverse region. In terms of wealth, we have very rich countries and very poor countries, in fact, some of the poorest countries in the world. We have very diverse culture, language, and religion. Our geography is very diverse, as is the degree of the impact of climate change in our region. We're very diverse in terms of the size of our nations and also in their political structures. And of course, all of those factors have an impact on the provision of early childhood education in this region. Since I took office, we have had 2 virtual meetings and each attended by representatives from 6 countries in the Asia-Pacific region with 18 participants in total. We use those meetings to provide country updates, to talk around about what was going on in terms of early childhood education in our area, in our region. And the aim for that is to share and increase our understanding and our collaboration across the Asia-Pacific region. And so each country at those meetings provides us a summary of the issues facing them in their country. Those meetings are also used to share our collaborative efforts in the advancement of OMEP's strategic plan, and particularly in relation to, first, political advocacy. And so we've supported the Tashkent Declaration. In June, for example, I contributed to a webinar related to this commitment that was hosted by World OMEP with Maria Ron Balacera. We're developing links with regional and national networks in the area, such as UNICEF. And we've shared examples in these meetings of how some of our member countries are providing political advocacy in their country for early childhood education. The second way we contribute to the strategic plan is through knowledge exchange. And so we have contributed to the 6th edition of the Theory into Practice, one of OMEP's journals. And of course, we have the OMEP Asia Pacific Conference, which will be held in Sydney from the 6th to the 8th of December. And that conference will, which is co-led by my colleague, Marianne Fennick and Kim Simoncini, and Kim is the president of OMEP Australia. And the conference will focus on the Sustainable Development Goals. And each of the Asia Pacific presidents will be presenting at that conference as well in regard to our moving towards achievement of Sustainable Development Goals. In terms of education, many of the countries have contributed to the Education for Sustainable Development project, to the WASH project, and to the Rights from the Start project. In terms of organisation, we're trying to increase member countries by reconnecting with previous countries such as Myanmar, Iran, and the Pacific Islands, and working towards potentially setting up new preparatory committees. So in regard to communication, we have one other virtual Asia Pacific regional meeting in September, and that will be followed up by our in-person meeting in December. So can I again, I'd like to invite you to come along to the Asia Pacific Conference. I'll put the link to the website in the chat, and we look forward to seeing you at the conference in December. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandy. Thank you for your words, for the presentation, for the region, and thank you for the commitment, everyone. We made a great effort to for the organization of this World Assembly. So thank you, everyone, and thank you for sending the scripts, the words, and to help also the interpretation process. Now is the turn for Adriana Wisnik-Heftig for the region of Europe.
Hello to everyone from Europe. I will try to be very brief in 3 minutes. So can you please move the slide? Thank you. But it will be quite difficult because in European region, there is 26 national committees and 1 preparatory committee, Belgium, that today we hope it will be a full member of OMEP. Most of our committees are very active in their activities. Some of them are struggling with organizational issues, so we all try to help ourselves to build a better and stronger OMEP in region. Of course, due to projects that are conducting upon OMEP flagship, some of new national committees are participating in some of these projects. For example, rating scale project, color your rights, but we also have 1 Erasmus project where 5 national committees are participating. Next, please. And we try to communicate as we can. So last year we held 3 virtual cafes, and we also published 4 European newsletters. But each of the new, national committees developed their own communication platforms. While we are contributing to the OMEP World platform, such as blog and web page and any other communication, some of the countries has its own blogs or press releases or some kind of social media accounts. So also we are all trying to spread communication from the World OMEP, usually by sharing on the social network. Next, please. And when we talk about political advocacy, we have OMEP France who actually represents OMEP in UNESCO in Paris, and most of national committees are actively communicating with their government and try to contribute to the educational policies in their countries. And we have a huge challenge in this part of political advocacy, and that's that we don't have access to politicians on European level. So this is something that we will work further in this and hopefully next year. And we also have no activities related to UNESCO in Geneva, which is also one of the things that we should be more open and more straightforward to it. Next, please. I would say that this education part in Europe is a quite huge task, because we held conferences. We have some of national committees, for example, Ireland and Turkey has journals. We do have different type of projects and trainings, and almost all national committees celebrate 1 or more of the 5 international days, while the International Children's Days is the one that is most celebrated. Next, please. And just briefly, what are our strengths? Of course, people, because European region is the region with the most national committees. So countries are geographically and traffic-wise close to each other, and that open possibility for cooperation through joint projects, exchanges, or different type of mutual support. That is especially important because young people who want to join to OMEP say that this exchanges and mutual support is very important to them. So we hope that through this type of activities, we can attract more young people. And of course, what is our strength is European early childhood education and care, because most countries are part of European Union, and European Union prioritize the right to inclusive and high quality early childhood education, which actually help national committees to actively act and achieve the OMEP objectives. Next, please. And for for the last, where we are going, of course, we try to ensure the involvement of OMEP representatives in early childhood education focused bodies within the European Union. We also try to make a stronger position in Geneva, and we have opportunity to share our good practice in the implementation of national committees activities. And of course, today, I hope we will welcome 2 new national committees, which is North Macedonia and Slovenia. And that's all from Europe. Thank you.
Thank you, Adriana. Thank you very much. And now we will listen to Desiree López de Maturana for Latin America in Spanish. You can change the interpretation channel in the world icon below.
Primero quiero saludar y agradecer a Mercedes el esfuerzo por democratizar la comunicación y hablar y relevar los 3 idiomas. Como siempre, parto presentando algunos rasgos de nuestra América Latina, que creo que hoy más que nunca son importantes. Es una América Latina que nos alberga, sus desafíos están siempre, sus grandes desigualdades, inequidades, ahí comparto con Sandy también, ¿cierto? Pero también la gran riqueza de sus gentes, las reservas de aguas dulces, los bosques naturales, los suelos cultivables, que son reservas también para todo el mundo, y la abundante biodiversidad y ecosistemas de importancia, ¿cierto?, ante las inclemencias climáticas hoy día, como el Amazonas, entre otras bondades que debemos defender y que tienen que ser y son parte del trabajo que también le atañe a OMEP. Y bueno, desde esta región y desde Chile es desde donde los saludo y también les hablo. Aquí habitan 14, OMEP habita en 14 países de esta región, y en relación a la gestión realizada durante el año 2022, y en un estrecho resumen, por supuesto, voy a decir lo siguiente. Se puso énfasis en aumentar la membresía, la incorporación de jóvenes y en la apertura de nuevos comités. Es así como ya se han hecho los acercamientos necesarios con Honduras, donde ya se está elaborando el documento constitutivo. De esta misma manera se ha sensibilizado a los comités para respetar el espíritu democrático de los estatutos y con ellos el relevo de las presidencias. En relación, discúlpenme, en relación a los planes estratégicos o agendas de trabajo de los comités nacionales, estos responden y han respondido a los lineamientos de OMEP mundial y regional, como la participación en mesas temáticas y en el marco de la transformación educativa, la ampliación de redes y la alianza para discutir sobre la primera infancia, tomando como instrumentos fundamentales las declaraciones de nivel mundial y regional y aquellas que se han levantado en las reuniones de alto nivel compartidas por la presidenta mundial. También la elaboración de folletería visibilizando las problemáticas presentes en las políticas públicas de atención a la primera infancia. En el ámbito económico ha sido una debilidad. Los comités se financian fundamentalmente con la cuota mensual de sus miembros. Claramente no podemos solo depender de ellos y se requiere generar otras instancias de financiamiento. Por supuesto, la virtualidad ya ha sido una herramienta maravillosa para avanzar en este propósito. Destacar también la participación en distintas instancias de estudio, investigación y consultorías, como el mapeo del acceso a la educación de la primera infancia de los niños y niñas migrantes en Colombia, Perú y Ecuador, realizada en conjunto con CLADE para Plan Internacional, documento que ya fue publicado por esa entidad. Del mismo modo, la participación activa con diversas universidades de la región, contribuyendo a la generación y difusión del conocimiento. Destaco nuestra participación activa y permanente en el comité directivo de la CLADE, En el contexto de esta alianza pudimos estar presentes en la 7ª Asamblea Mundial de la campaña mundial de educación en Johannesburgo, participando en la sección Transformación de la educación pública a nivel global y aportando con una síntesis del documento hacia la década por la atención y la educación de la primera infancia. En relación a la incidencia política, menciono el contacto con las entidades regionales de UNESCO y UNICEF y otros organismos afines, la participación en la comisión futuro, en la comisión del Congreso Futuro, del futuro donde participamos en Futuro Niñez, que entre otras tareas está el monitoreo de los avances del ODS 4 en la región. También ha sido el compromiso de los comités nacionales, por supuesto, además de la participación en el grupo de educación, academia, ciencia y tecnología para el seguimiento de la Agenda 2030 y la participación permanente de una representante de la región en los proyectos EDS a nivel mundial. Finalmente, decir que durante el año 2022 se realizaron 2 asambleas regionales donde se discutieron y presentaron temas importantes como el derecho al juego, escribir sobre la práctica, participación del concurso de Fundación Arcor, Mi Patio es el Mundo, como oportunidad adicional de motivar la escritura, investigación sobre el derecho de los niños y las niñas, investigación acerca de la educación digital y su derecho desde la primera infancia, proyectos con participación real de los niños y niñas, el establecimiento de un mapeo acerca de las instancias nacionales e internacionales para concursar a fondos para proyectos e investigaciones, la necesidad de establecer líneas de investigación y balance sobre la calidad de la atención en la educación de la primera infancia, además de la participación en proyectos y campañas que forman parte de los compromisos de OMEP, donde destaco también los cafés virtuales, que han contribuido al fortalecimiento de la organización como un todo, a través de la actualización de conocimiento y en torno a la primera infancia, cuya complejidad amerita un trabajo intersectorial y mancomunado. Con ello se ha favorecido el compromiso y la valoración del trabajo realizado por cada comité con sus propias identidades individuales, resaltando la visibilización de las afinidades, similitudes y desafíos colectivos dentro de la región y la región en el contexto mundial. Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias. Thank you very much. And the next region, the last region, is North America and the Caribbean. Christiane Bordage Simpson, the Vice President, could not attend today, but the delegate is Nancy Green. She will speak for the region. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kwe. Bonjour. Hello. Hola. This year has been one of many changes. As you can imagine, Haiti had to put energy in all directions to ensure the well-being and the safety of the children. Madame Hudicourt, who is the actual OMEP Haiti president, says that some cities are doing better than others, but there is no more money to be invested in new projects. The actions in place are barely sustained. In Canada, a new team is in place with Manon Boilly as president and Hélène Larouche as vice president. We had to say farewell to some dearest committee members, but new members have been very active in promoting ECE and children's rights. They have presented many webinars and have attended different assemblies with other OMEP members. Personally, I was able to represent OMEP at the forum mobilizing NGOs for the International Decade of Indigenous Languages and the Ocean Decade. I had that experience in mind when I proposed a Kashtan song for the OMEP playlist. I hope you'll have a chance to hear it. In a conversation between Ebony Cray and the VP for North America and the Caribbean, it was clear that members of OMEP USA have advocacy for children's rights and well-being profoundly at heart. In both countries, though, the money is hard to find and there are few subsidies to help put words into action. The last change we experienced was the leave of absence of Christiane Bordage Simpson in her role as VP and AC. Marie Jolicoeur did as much as possible to finalize the different dossiers that Christiane was working on. After a bad accident, which left her with a broken leg, she has had to rest for a while. She sends her regards, and since her role as VP is coming to an end, she promises to see you all at a future assembly. She will stay on as consultant when needed. As for Marie and myself, it is always and forever a pleasure to collaborate with our OMEP colleagues. Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy. Thank you very much. Maria Vassiliadou, do you have something to say about the report? We will not vote for the report today, but
I will send it to you, Camila. Thank you. But small corrections in the report. For example, the participation in the project of Color Your Rights, 3 countries are missing: Italy, Croatia, and Russia. So I will send this detail to you in order to correct it. Maybe when you have the reports from each country, they didn't put, but in the book there are. So it is important for them to be there. And also the president, Mercedes, there is missing of your presentation, online presentation to the Cyprus Day of the Rights. So I will put this also because Mercedes and Elizabeth Quinn have participated, and I would like to send this. That's all. Thank you.
thank you, Maria. We wait for your email. Thank you for your comments. I will read shortly the list of countries that are joining this session. There are 41 countries now: Cameroon, France, Argentina, Germany, Greece, Sweden, Hong Kong, Sierra Leone, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Italy, Japan, Norway, United States of America, Thailand, Ghana, North Macedonia, Slovakia, Pakistan, Ecuador, Croatia, Nigeria, Chile, Mexico, Canada, Russia, Australia, Cyprus, Uruguay, United Kingdom, Czech Republic, Costa Rica, Bulgaria, Jamaica, Turkey, Belgium, Korea, Kenya, Venezuela, New Zealand, Nigeria, Panama, Poland. And I think maybe there are more, but I thank everyone for being present, the national committees, the delegate, the presidents, representative, EXCO members, and new preparatory committees. And now it's time to briefly present other issues that will be voted. These were presented and discussed at the extraordinary session. The videos are available in the shared drive folder. But they will therefore now be taken up briefly and put to the vote. The first one is the Treasurer's Balance 2022. So I will give the floor to Elin Eriksson Odegaard, the former treasurer.
Thank you, Camilla. And hello, everyone from Norway. And dear the President and the members of the OMEP World Assembly. I will now give you a brief summary of OMEP World Balance for 2022. I will give you the overall status and thereafter only give a few comments, because you can find, as Camilla just said, all the details in the folders of OMEP. So the income for 2022 was $43,341, and the expenses was $63,089. So you can understand that also this year there was a difference between incomes and expenses, and the difference was $19,748. We also have a bank balance on $39,000, 14,223 and PayPal balance on 14,845. So I will give you some comments now, and it is predictable. The membership fees are still, as you all know, the main income for our organization. And for decades, we have had a situation where not every member country pays their fee. And for this year, only 69% of the national committees made the payment. And therefore, the collection has dropped. On the positive side, there were efforts in 2022 for some countries to pay extra. OMEP Japan gave solidarity funds to the victims of the flood in Pakistan, and OMEP Norway paid the country fees for Ukraine, Pakistan, and Kenya. It is very important to keep in mind that in order to maintain the status as an OMEP member, committees must pay the annual fee, and that this is also essential to keep our organization alive. This will be a particularly challenging year to come due to the amount of work and face-to-face meetings around the world. The report shows an unbalanced economic situation. And with this difference of US dollar 19,000, that has been covered with the OMEP funds. So I will also say that I wish we could have transferred a better balance over to from OMEP Norway to OMEP Korea and to Sun-Wan Kim and her team. But we all know that these previous years have been years of crisis, and times of crisis, it is challenging to lead for economic success. But I will also remind us all that despite the crisis and challenges, by spending funds of OMEP and through achievements of extra funding and gifts and extra effort from some countries, and not to forget Mercedes, the president herself, OMEP has maintained great achievements in the different areas of the strategic plan and in the 5 regions of the world. So I will thank you all for the opportunity to serve OMEP under the leadership of Mercedes, and for the opportunity to collaborate with the ESCO, the World Secretariat, which is always professional and supportive. And at last, I will say, I really wish the treasurer, Sun-Wan Kim, the best of luck, and hope that we all put our efforts and responsibility into the work of OMEP. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Eileen. Thank you. And now we will vote for the balance 2022. Do you approve the treasurer's balance 2022? We have 95% for yes and 5% to people for abstention. And the next votation is for the budget 2023, and we will listen to Sun-Wan Kim, the World Treasurer.
Camilla, can you play the videos?
I think we won't have time to play the videos again, the videos that we showed in the extraordinary session, you mean?
Right.
They are shared with everyone. I think everyone could see them, so you can.
Okay, then
about.
I'll just make the final comments one more time. I'm sure that you watched the video. Please do watch the video because it is impossible to just make it in 3 minutes. So, I explained it in the video whole clip. So please do watch that. I just want to make sure that the budget of the proposal for 2023 shows that signs of the previous years of working under the global pandemic's, conditions, which has affected OMEP's economics. So our fund has been decreased for the second years. So the Treasurer's report showed that unbalanced economic situations. So in this circumstance, so it is very essential to prioritize the academic to raise the new funds and accompany the ideas of their cost. So order to prioritize over this budget of a proposal has considered the EXCO's democratic decisions. So we have the previously invest the digital infrastructures and media communications to work on the virtual communications strategy. So this investment has a cost that must be prioritized for 2023 as well, with the EXCOs to continue to, it has a hard works through the digital medias, such as working with, qualified personnel with the video recording and translation costs and costs for those user of the platform or extra. So for the 2023, the project expense has been actually maintained at a total of USD of $60,800. So which actually represent on us years of the budget that actually adjust as much as possible to real situation of the OMEP, and will continue to try to increase the incomes. And I would like to, lastly and greatly, for the interest of our national community to pay the annual due, and hope to continue to help in 2023. So I'm asking for your support from other country as well. And lastly, thanks to Alice and previous treasurers, and she worked so hard, and the world treasurers and her teams for the continued support. Thank you.
Thank you, Sun. As Sun said, the presentations and the videos and everything are in the shared folder. We had the opportunity to share that and to discuss in the extraordinary session. We have today a very tight agenda, so we cannot watch them again, but they are available for everyone in the Drive folder. And if you need something, you can also send an email to me and I will arrange it. So now we will proceed to the votation of the World Budget 2023 that Sun briefly presented. So the question is, do you approve the World Budget 2023? And here are the results. Yes for 97% and abstention 3%. Thank you. And now we will vote for the approval of new preparatory committees. That's very nice for me. And congratulations to all of them for their willingness to join OMEP. And we will listen to a short presentation of each, and then we will vote. The first one is the Democratic Republic of Congo. I don't know if the delegate is here. Is someone from Congo present? Well, if not, if they have some problem, we have the candidacy and the nomination in the shared folder, so everyone surely could read it. So we will proceed directly to the vote. Okay, then as Adriana says in the chat, we can also wait, and if they come, they can present later. We can then proceed to the next votation, that is for Slovenia is present. Slovenia is another.
Can you please put North Macedonia? Slovenia has technical difficulties. She will be here in. Thanks.
Of course, then we wait for Congo and Slovenia a little bit more, but North Macedonia is here to present as preparatory committee, please.
Thank you, Camila. Thank you, Adriana. Hello, everyone. I'm Alma Tasevska and have 14 years of continuing academic experience and growth at the oldest faculty in our country, that is the Faculty of Philosophy, St. Cyril and Methodius University. I'm university professor with PhD in pedagogical sciences and expert in education with focus on early child development, play and play activities in early child development, and everything that is connected with this area of research and theoretical issues. Let me express my words of thankfulness for my colleague, Professor Adriana Višnjić and her invitation to be a part of this community. I would like to assure you that our intention is to organize the North Macedonia National Committee according to the principles of OMEP. In my country, there is a long history of preschool education. Relevant situation and data shows that coverage of preschool children in our country is lower than in European countries. All written documents, a strategy, national programs, and working materials have a very good conceptions, but we need to provide high level of quality of teacher training system. Therefore, the last 2 years on institutional level start a process which should provide an extensive and quality relevant assurance of the access, of the quality of the work, respect of the children's rights and professional and career development of the kindergarten teachers. This process should follow all contemporary aspects and criteria for growth, development, and well-being of the children in kindergartens in our country also. Therefore, we think that being part of OMEP will improve our work for common goals, and further OMEP activities will have an influence of quality of life in early childhood also in our country. I am one of the members of the OMEP North Macedonia. Our organization has about 5 committee members. 2 of the members are university professors with experience in education, especially early childhood education, also expertise in health, in sports. The rest of the members have educational and professional background in medicine, child health, and etc. Our intent is to be the one of the OMEP members from North Macedonia and to ask you to announce and support our application to World Assemblée. And our intention is to establish cooperation with other members of other countries, as well as the leadership of OMEP headquarters. Therefore, we hope that our application will be completely received and agreed. To be part of OMEP will improve our work for common goals, and further OMEP activities will have very good influence in our country. I would like you to ask to announce and support our application to World Assemblée. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you very much for your presentation. And now we will proceed to vote for North Macedonia as a new preparatory committee. Do you approve North Macedonia as preparatory committee? North Macedonia, welcome to OMEP. It's a new preparatory committee, 100% for vote for yes.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Well, and now we will present the Democratic Republic of Congo. We have their words that was sent in advance, so Mercedes will read them in French, please.
we have the first issue is that we have met Otto Michel, our colleague in Tashkent, and he is very active, and he has a very important network in South Africa, and he has been in touch with me and with Nyamike for many, many months. So it is a surprise that he is not here. I don't know why. C'est une grande joie pour nous, au nom de la République démocratique du Congo, de postuler à la réouverture de le comité national à travers le comité préparatoire de l'OMEP République démocratique du Congo. En effet, comme pour beaucoup de pays du monde en général et pour l'Afrique en particulier, la République démocratique du Congo présente beaucoup de défis pour le préscolaire, parmi lesquels se trouvaient celles liées à l'accès et la qualité. Pour le défi à lieu de l'accès, les statistiques officielles montrent qu'aujourd'hui, le taux d'accès des enfants préscolaires est de 6% seulement. 6% seulement. Cela est dû essentiellement au manque de structure de préscolaire, mais aussi à la mauvaise communication selon laquelle la communauté considère le préscolaire comme une structure où les enfants n'y vont pour chanter, danser, jouer et n'y apprennent rien. En outre, les structures du préscolaire étaient essentiellement tenues par le privé. Elles coûtent cher, la gratuité n'y est pas. Pour celui à la qualité, les statistiques officielles indiquaient clairement que la République démocratique du Congo n'a que 2% des enseignants qualifiés et niveau de préscolaire, alors que la dernière déclaration de Tashkent met un accent particulier sur la formation aussi bien initiale qui continue l'enseignant. Les manuels scolaires et le matériel didactique manquent. En sollicitant d'occuper la poste de président de l'OMEP de République démocratique du Congo, nous pensons d'abord, dans la mesure du possible, relever ces défis de manière progressive en faisant de la promotion, faire connaître l'OMEP à travers toute la République, mais aussi profiter de notre casquette de l'OMEP pour faire de lobbying auprès de différentes autorités du pays afin de retrouver des solutions idoines et certains problèmes qui minent notre sous-secteur. Aussi, nous sommes persuadés que notre candidature sera retenue et que nous pourrons ensemble lutter pour améliorer les conditions du préscolaire dans le monde, Afrique et la République. Nous vous remercions, Otto Michel.
Thank you, Mercedes. And surely it was some technology or connection problem with Otto. He's always there, always writing emails and communicating to us. So we can now vote for this new preparatory committee. Do you approve Congo as a preparatory committee? Welcome, Democratic Republic of Congo as a new preparatory committee for the African region. 100% answered yes. Congratulations. And now Slovenia is there, so Slovenia can present the preparatory committee, and then
sorry for interrupt you, but he is following us through YouTube. I think that he didn't realize that he could
attend the Zoom platform
connections.
Thank you for telling us. Then
I
congratulations.
Hope he is very happy.
Yes, sure, it will be so. So now Slovenia, it's the turn for Slovenia to present the proposal.
Yes, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, distinguished members of OMEP community and esteemed guests. I stand before you with a heart full of gratitude and sense of deep appreciation for a warm welcome you have esteemed to us. It is with great pleasure and excitement that we, the team of OMEP Slovenia, come together to share our sincere intent for membership in the esteemed OMEP organization. Allow me to express our heartfelt thanks for this wonderful opportunity to address this gathering. Your presence and attention affirms the value of our shared commitment to early childhood education, and we are truly humbled, honored to be in the company of such esteemed educators and advocates. Our journey has been guided by a profound passion for nurturing young minds and fostering their development during these crucial formative years. We recognize the significance of OMEP's work in promoting quality early childhood education worldwide, and we are genuinely humbled by the prospect of joining hands with like-minded individuals from different corners of the globe. As we embark on this momentous occasion, we find ourselves deeply inspired by the transformative work that OMEP has been undertaking for the betterment of children everywhere. The impact of your effort is immeasurable, and it is our ardent desire to contribute to this noble cause. Please allow me to introduce our dedicated team of 7 board members who can bring a wealth of knowledge and expertise to the shared endeavor. Professor PhD Marta Licardo, respected academic from the University of Maribor. Professor Anna Tina Jurgets, esteemed educator and scholar from the University of Maribor. Professor Marusha Laure, visionary educator and mentor from the University of Maribor. Barbara Schatter, the experienced and caring early childhood educator. Jasna Nusha Stacher, a passionate advocate for early childhood education. Metka Lutar, a nurturing and dedicated early childhood educator. And myself, Claudia Sved, founder of Kindergartens International Institution. Once again, we extend our sincere gratitude for the warm embrace and opportunity to be here. With humility and excitement, we share our commitment to OMEP's vision and pledge the actively contribute to the organization's effort in realizing a brighter and more promising future for children everywhere.
Thank you very much. We can now vote for Slovenia as a preparatory committee. The question is, do you approve Slovenia as preparatory committee? Welcome, Slovenia, to the OMEP community.
Thank you.
100% vote for yes. Thank you. And the next proposal, the next preparatory committee is Jamaica, please.
Good morning, everyone. It's an honor to be here and to be among the expert and experienced and to represent my country, Jamaica. Through the Early Childhood Commission, which I'm a member of, Jamaica has made significant strides in prioritizing early childhood development, care, and education. Based on Jamaica's national priority, the Early Childhood Commission was established by an Act of Parliament, the Early Childhood Commission Act. The Early Childhood Commission overarching mandate is to improve the quality of early childhood development in Jamaica. This is accomplished through a number of legislated functions, including advising the government of Jamaica on early childhood policy, development, and monitoring of plans and programs for the early childhood sector, coordination of the early childhood sector, making recommendations for financing the sector, regulating early childhood institutions, conducting relevant research, and ensuring public education on ECD matters. With these responsibilities, the Early Childhood Commission sought it important to apply on behalf of Jamaica as OMEP Jamaica Preparatory Committee. In becoming a member, the Early Childhood Commission will be responsible for leading this committee and developing the OMEP Constitution specific to Jamaica. The Early Childhood Commission believes that Jamaica becoming a member of OMEP will provide opportunities for the region to be involved in developing regional early childhood development agenda through professional development, advocacy, and networking. Currently, the Early Childhood Commission is finalizing its 4th National Strategic Plan, 2023 to 2028. In 2008, the World Bank funded the Jamaica Early Childhood Development Project, creating Jamaica's first cross-sectoral national strategic plan for early childhood development, 2008 to 2013. The World Bank extended its involvement for a second National Strategic Plan, 2013 to 2018. Thereafter, the Early Childhood Commission led the development and implementation of its 3rd National Strategic Plan and is now working on its 4th National Strategic Plan for early childhood development. Through the National Strategic Plan, the Early Childhood Commission has taken the life cycle approach to early childhood development. The major areas of focus being effective parenting, education, and support, effective preventive health care, early and effective screening, diagnosis, and intervention for at-risk children and households, safe, learner-centered, well-maintained early childhood institutions, and effective curriculum delivery by trained early childhood practitioners. The Early Childhood Commission's vision is aligned with OMEP's roles and functions, and being a member as a preparatory committee will assist Jamaica in achieving its own vision. If accepted, OMEP Jamaica will be the Jamaica Preparatory Committee of the World Organization for Early Childhood Education with approximately 12-member committee. OMEP Jamaica will be an advisory entity recognized by various organizations and agencies in the country. The aim is to advance early childhood development, and the objectives are to promote the education, care, and development of all Jamaican children from 0 to 8 years old, represent all individuals and organizations working in Jamaica in the areas of early education, child care, and support for families with young children. It will have the following functions: promote access to quality education of young children in Jamaica, promote research on the education of young children, their well-being, and the needs of their families, and to collect and disseminate in Jamaica and OMEP information on these matters. Encourage its affiliated organizations and all its members to pursue activities serving the objectives of OMEP and to collaborate with each other. Again, I thank you for this opportunity to share the intent of Jamaica through the Early Childhood Commission in becoming a preparatory committee, OMEP Jamaica. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Nicole. We will now vote Jamaica. Do you approve Jamaica as preparatory committee? Sorry, I can't. I don't know what happened. I will start the votation. as soon as I can. There is a question. Do you approve Jamaica's preparatory committee? Welcome, Jamaica, from North America and the Caribbean region as a new preparatory committee. 100% for yes. And the next votation is for the change of status for Belgium, who is a preparatory committee, and we will vote for the change from preparatory committee to national committee. Please. I don't know, there is a presentation who is from Belgium. Thank you.
Here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Good afternoon. I am Siska, and it is my great pleasure to represent Belgium's committee as our vice president. I will briefly outline why we hope to become a full national OMEP committee henceforward. Can you see the slide? Because I can't see them.
We can't see the slides.
Are you going to?
There.
Okay, perfect. So that was the start. Next slide, please. OMEP Belgium existed in the 70s already, but it dissolved in the 80s. The institutional ESEC context in Belgium is complex. It is a federalized country and it has 3 official languages, Dutch, French, and German. Furthermore, all these communities uphold a split system with different authorities responsible for children under 3 and above. All communities face common problems regarding shortage of staff, professionalization, sustainability, inclusion, and so forth, but they do not really interact. Next slide, please. In 2019, a group of researchers and practitioners reapplied for the status of preparatory committee to collaborate across these linguistic boundaries. These activities were, however, and sadly, postponed due to COVID. But in 2022, our committee got funding from the King Baudouin Foundation and could finally activate our work plan. Next slide, please. First, OMEP Belgium and the said foundation co-hosted a webinar following the Ukrainian war that about 500 educators attended. In the second half of 22 and the first half of 23, we organized several visits and job chatting trajectories in and between all these different language communities. About 30 exchange moments were organized and about 80 professionals and researchers partook in these activities. All the observations were documented, they are currently being analyzed, and they will inspire policy recommendations for a high-level expert meeting with policymakers that the King Baudouin Foundation will hold now in October, trying to influence the next elections. Next slide, please. The enthusiasm for these exchange activities was so great, and it also engendered a broader interest in future opportunities with more practitioners from more regions in Belgium and types of ESEC provisions. In 24, we therefore want to continue organizing exchanges, but we want to do so with a specific focus on sustainability, out-of-school care, educare opportunities, inclusion and professionalization. In doing so, we absolutely also hope to involve more young people from university colleges. We would like to increase our general membership, elaborate on the collaboration between practice, research, and policy, both locally and internationally, since we are very close to many institutions, and we will hold elections and strengthen our communication strategy. So, I hope that our past, present, and future activities can convince you of our commitment to the OMEP values and ideas and of our intention to become a full national committee. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Siska. And now we will vote for Belgium. The question is, do you approve the change of status from Belgium from preparatory committee to national committee? Congratulations, Belgium. You are now a national committee of the OMEP community.
Thank you very much. Very happy.
Thank you. Well, thank you, everyone. And sorry for the delay in the agenda. It's not easy. We have a lot of presentations, but every presentation and news are very important. This is, the most important event of the community, of our organization, the World Assembly. And it is really challenging to do it virtually. We do our best, but it is actually very pleasant to that everyone in OMEP are so active. So thank you, and we do our best to do everything that usually is done in 1 or 2 days in 2 hours. So I'm sorry for that. Now we will proceed to the next point of the agenda, that are the approval of new honorary members. For that, I give the floor to the first presentation, that is the nomination of Maggie Kung as an honorary member.
Okay, thank you. There's no photo. I missed her photo. Does it work? Sorry, because Maggie's photo is not here. Sorry. Maybe many of you know her. Dr. Maggie Kun, we nominate Dr. Maggie Kun for members to consider. Dr. Maggie Kun has been a dedicated and active member of OMEP for 30 years. During her tenure as world president from 2014 to 2016, she led OMEP through a period of significant growth and development. Under her leadership, OMEP upgraded its consultative status at the UN to special administrative consultative status and established partnership with various international agencies, including Eurochild, the Organization of American States, the ACNA, and the International Prayer Association. Dr. Kun's effort to raise the profile and impact of OMEP also results in the organization being represented in UN New York, UN Geneva, and UNESCO Paris. In addition to her leadership role, Dr. Kun has been actively involved in various OMEP initiatives and projects. She was a member of OMEP World Executive Committee for 7 years and served as World Treasurer before being elected as World President. She was also a founding executive member of OMEP Hong Kong in 1992 and served as a president of the National Committee for more than 12 years. Through her efforts, OMEP Hong Kong became one of the most active and influential national committees in the Hong Kong community and OMEP network. In 2018, she served as a project director of the Pray Resilience, a China-Africa collaboration project for building a peaceful and sustainable future. Reasons for the nomination is that Dr. Kun's contribution to OMEP and the field of early childhood education are exceptional and far-reaching. She has dedicated her career to advocating for high-quality and equitable early childhood education and has been able to communicate and collaborate effectively with diverse stakeholders, from the government officials to grassroots community. Her leadership and strategic vision has been instrumental in advancing OMEP missions and goals and in promoting the importance of early childhood globally. Dr. Kun's commitment to OMEP and its members is evident in her effort to enhance communication and collaborations between the Executive Committee and national committees. She has traveled extensively to meet the members of different national committees and has actively sought their input and feedback. Her efforts to revamp OMEP website and establish official social media channels have also helped to build a more active and engaged organization image. Dr. Kun's contribution to OMEP have also had a significant impact on the field of early childhood education more broadly. Through her leadership and advocacy, she has helped to promote the inclusion of early childhood education in sustainable development goals and has played a key role in advancing OMEP global child advocacy efforts. Her involvement in initiatives such as UNESCO Survey of Teachers in Primary Education project and OMEP's representation in the UN Department of Public Information have also helped to raise the profile and impact of OMEP and early childhood education more broadly. Dr. Quinn's exceptional contribution to OMEP and the global early childhood education community make her an ideal candidate for honorary member in OMEP. She is a visionary leader, strategic thinker, and dedicated advocate for the rights and well-being of young children. Her ability to bridge global and local representatives has been instrumental in building OMEP's reputation as a leading voice in the field. She was awarded BBS, the very distinguished award by the government of HKSAR in recognizing her remarkable contribution to early childhood education and community service. We are confident that Dr. Kun will continue to make significant contributions to OMEP and the field of early childhood education, and we wholeheartedly endorse her nomination for honorary member in OMEP. Thank you.
Thank you, Amelia. Thank you very much for the presentation. And the question is, do you approve Maggie Kung as an honorary member? Yes, so we have a new honorary member, Maggie Kung. Thank you. And the next presentation is for another new honorary member, that is Edna Rank. Please, Clara, you can stop sharing the screen. And who will present Edna Rank?
I will.
Thank you. You have the floor, Ebony.
Thank you. OMEP's political advocacy statement says, OMEP seeks to influence public policies, their implementation, and decisions regarding allocation of resources within political, economic, social, and institutional systems aimed at protecting the right to education and early childhood care. Dr. Rank exemplified the best of who we are and what we do as OMEP members. Edna's contributions and advocacy for policies that defend and support early childhood education were evident through the decades of her life's work and the many awards she received. Specifically, one of the many articles Dr. Rank published was entitled Advocacy, the Early Childhood Historian's Not So Hidden Agenda. In the article, she implores the early childhood historian to learn how their profession can promote advocacy activities and encourages them to serve as advocates. She also implores them to show early childhood educators, caregivers, and administrators how the knowledge of their historical roots and their political context can enable them to become not just capable advocates, but also more effective and successful workers. Edna also mentions to study laws pertaining to childhood, one must examine not only the recent laws of the state of residence and the nation, but also any precedents that existed, citing it is also essential that early childhood educators and caregivers be clear about a definition of history. All too often, history has been taught to the next generation as a series of chronological dates and events, falling in one after another, without benefit of an examination of simultaneity, context, causation. In the United States today, there are major efforts underway to not only to ignore the events of our history, but to deny and change the truth of the events altogether. Dr. Edna Reynolds Rank was a wife and mother, world-renowned researcher, historian, author, director, and tireless advocate for children's rights. Serving in these roles at local, state, national, and international levels, Edna was also a founding member of the World Forum Foundation Working Group on Children's Rights and past president of OMEP USA. Edna was also the recipient of numerous awards, including the Volk Commitment and Child Care Award, the Essex Community College Early Childhood Award, and the Aletha Wright Award for Excellence in Early Education. Awarding Edna posthumously with an honorary membership to OMEP allows us as an organization to honor her legacy and memory, adding to the annals of history. It also speaks to the importance of recognizing and celebrating the accomplishments of those who have positively contributed to the championing of children's rights and early childhood care. Thank you for your consideration.
Thank you. Now we will vote. Do you approve Edna Rank as an honorary member? And the results here. Edna Rank is a new honorary member for OMEP with 98% for yes and 1 abstention. Thank you. The next point of our agenda is the candidacy of a new vice president for the region of North America and the Caribbean. We have 1 nomination, so we will listen to the presentation and then vote. Asia Foster, please.
Good morning, OMEP colleagues and friends. My name is Dr. Asia Foster, and I am both humbled and excited to share my intent to present myself today for the position of Vice President of the North America and the Caribbean region. OMEP has been my professional home for well over a decade. I truly believe in the unique value of the organization and have spent my time working to further its mission and vision. I'm currently the Vice President of the OMEP USA National Committee and an unofficial member of the UN NGO Committee on Migration and the Subcommittee on Children and Migration. I have 25 years of experience in the field of early care and education, primarily in policy development, systems planning, teacher training, and curriculum development. My areas of expertise have allowed me to be able to work across the United States, the Middle East, and Southeast Asia. As a Caribbean American with strong ties to my home country of the Bahamas, I have a keen interest in working to expand the outreach and engagement efforts of OMEP across North America and the Caribbean. I believe there are significant opportunities to further the important work embarked upon by previous regional vice presidents. The impact of climate change, the rising number of child refugees and migrants, and the inadequate and disruptive education of many of the world's children represent continued opportunities for OMEP to create innovative and sustainable solutions. I have a strong interest in ensuring that all children, regardless of their circumstances, are afforded an opportunity to grow into the best versions of themselves. Fully recognizing young children as a vulnerable population that requires specific attention is central to this work. And I believe the most effective way to accomplish this is through an organization that supports strong families, responsive and engaged communities, and quality care, early care and education. I thank you for allowing me the chance to speak this morning and look forward to continued opportunities to support OMEP in the future. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We will now vote. Do you approve Asia Foster as the new Vice President for North America and the Caribbean? We have here the results and the congratulations for Asia with 100% for yes. Welcome to the EXCO, welcome to this new role and to the Vice Presidency of the North America and the Caribbean region. Well, now is the turn to vote for the approval of the Strategic Plan 2023-2025. The strategic plan was presented in the extraordinary session. You have in the share folder also the video and the strategic plan in the 3 languages. So we will proceed to vote. Do you approve the strategic plan 2023-2025? The strategic plan is approved by 100% of the votes. And we are now going to present briefly the representative team 2023. We have seen a video presenting the team with the incorporation of Gilles Petrold as representative to UNESCO, Dina Castro as representative to UN, and Clara Batic and Carolina Semoloni as youth representatives. The video is shared in the Drive folder, and now it's time to vote for the approval of the representative team 2023. Today, we are joined by Gilles Petrold, who will say a few words before the vote. Gilles, are you there? I can see everyone. Is Gilles
My micro, okay. Je suis là. Here I am. Désolé, je vais parler en français. D'abord, je vous remercie de m'avoir admis comme membre. Je voudrais me présenter comme actuellement, je suis vice-président de l'OMEP France et je suis nouveau représentant de l'OMEP Mondiale auprès de l'UNESCO. J'ai d'abord été instituteur en école maternelle pour des enfants allophones, nouveaux arrivants en France, ou bien pour des élèves à besoins éducatifs particuliers. Je suis devenu ensuite inspecteur de l'éducation nationale pour la formation et l'évaluation des enseignants, le suivi des écoles, avec des dominantes, la maternelle ou le handicap. Après avoir été responsable d'un service de formation continue des enseignants, j'ai été directeur de services départementaux de l'éducation nationale dans plusieurs régions de France pour mettre en œuvre la politique éducative avec l'appui d'inspecteurs, de services et d'un institut de formation. Enfin, en tant qu'inspecteur général, j'ai effectué des rapports destinés aux ministres sur le système éducatif en France. J'ai recruté et suivi les inspecteurs ou encore réalisé des missions locales en métropole et dans des départements et territoires d'outre-mer. Titulaire d'un doctorat de littérature française, tout au long de mon parcours professionnel, mes travaux ont principalement porté sur 3 thèmes. D'abord, l'enseignement du français et la maîtrise de la langue, avec le français langue seconde, ou l'organisation de séminaires pour des formateurs et inspecteurs, ou encore la conception de programmes d'enseignement et de ressources pédagogiques. Les écoles maternelles et élémentaires, leur fonctionnement et leur évaluation, le rôle des directeurs, les relations avec les municipalités. Et puis, en 3e thème principal, les parcours scolaires et l'inclusion des élèves, des élèves à besoins éducatifs particuliers, avec plusieurs rapports en relation avec l'inspection générale des affaires sanitaires et sociales. En tant qu'expert pour l'école maternelle, j'ai participé à des rapports pour le ministre, notamment sur la scolarisation des enfants de 2 à 3 ans, et contribué à la formation des inspecteurs. De plus, j'ai représenté le ministre de l'Éducation nationale français auprès du réseau d'éducation et accueil du jeune enfant de l'OCDE et pris part à des enquêtes, des études ou des actions internationales, comme un programme européen sur l'évaluation des centres de petite enfance en Serbie, la Commission européenne sur le cadre de référence de qualité ou le réseau ERIDIS sur des indicateurs clés de la petite enfance. Cette expérience est maintenant au service de la mission de représentant de l'OMEP auprès de l'UNESCO. Celle-ci comporte à mes yeux 3 aspects principaux. D'abord, influer. Il s'agit de faire progresser les idées défendues par l'OMEP auprès de l'UNESCO et de ses partenaires et de contribuer autant que possible à des textes qui orientent les politiques nationales. Deuxièmement, s'informer et informer. Les travaux conduits par l'UNESCO portent sur des sujets essentiels en renouvellement constant et il est important de suivre les réflexions en cours et de les diffuser au sein de l'OMEP. Et puis troisièmement, impliquer. Les initiatives des comités nationaux et des centres sont multiples. Elles contribuent à la mission de l'OMEP et doivent être valorisées à chaque fois que possible auprès de nos partenaires. C'est dans cet esprit que je chercherai à exercer la fonction qui m'est confiée. Je vous remercie pour votre attention.
Merci. And the question is, do you approve the representatives team 2023? We have a new representative team 2023. Welcome to the new representatives. 100% vote for yes. Well, and now this important part of our agenda is the presentation of the next World Assembly and Conference that is planned for Bangkok, Thailand 2024. Udom Luke Gulabtir will present the proposal that was voted and approved at the World Assembly 2022 in Athens.
Hello, everyone. Swadee ka. Greetings from OMEP, Thailand. Welcome to Thailand, the birthplace of Jomtien Declaration, Education for All. OMEP Thailand has been honored by the World OMEP to host the 76th OMEP World Assembly and Conference. Under the theme, please change the slide. Under the theme right from the start for ECCE, Step Beyond Together, which will be held in Bangkok, Thailand during July 15 to 19, 2024. For a long time, Bangkok has been a popular destination for everyone all around the world. It's a fascinating city that many people want to visit at least once in their lifetime. You could feel our surrounding atmosphere of cultural identities at the first touch on our land. Please change. The Thai unique culture mixes strong Indian influences, Chinese traditions, and elements that are absolutely Thai, with its diverse geography, friendly people, and stunning scenery. The Land of Smiles is a must-see destination in Southeast Asia. Now allow me to introduce my country to you through a brief photographic journey. The living heritages. The temple or Wat in Thai word, the famous Wat Phra Kaew or the Emerald Buddha temple in the King's Palace. This is inside the Wat Phra Kaew, and also Buddha at Wat Po. Also another famous Wat Arun. And also the living heritage beyond Bangkok since ancient time. Khmer ancient monument, traces of mixed culture between Cambodia and Thai. And the living heritage, ancient spiritual art. Next, please. The modern city, Chao Phraya River. Modern architect, Bangkok night view. Another view. In city transportation, we also have Chinatown and also floating market. The Thai serenity, Buddhism and peace embedded in Thai culture, spiritual and peaceful life in the rural area and in the urban area. Beyond Bangkok life, beauty of nature and peaceful atmosphere, temple up in the mountains, and lotus in the pond. The unique Thai culture. Many unique cultural events and celebrations, such as the Floating Festival, Northeast Festival, unique Thai Halloween, hill tribes in the northern part, famous Thai boxing, famous Thai massage, and friendly Thai elephants. Fun and relax. You can enjoy visiting beautiful islands in the southern provinces. These photos of beautiful islands. Families can have fun, relax, enjoy the trip. Land of Smiles. The old Thai smile, children's happy smiles, and a little Thai smile. Now, let me inform you these important dates. 20th of September, the homepage will open. 1st of March, 2024, proposal submission deadline. 15th of April, notification of acceptance and registration opened. 15th of May, early bird registration deadline. And the 5th of July, regular registration and deadline. Now, OMEP Thailand is looking forward to welcoming all of you to the World Assembly and Conference in Bangkok next year. Next slide, please. Until we meet again, thank you and สวัสดีค่ะ
Thank you. Thank you. Them look so beautiful. Then we will meet in Bangkok in July 2024. We will be waiting for you and we will enjoy it. Thank you. And now is time to vote for the candidates for the World Assembly and Conference 2025. This is a very important moment. We have two nominations, Italy and Hong Kong, China. So we will listen first to the presentation of Italy. We will share a short video.
Madam President, EXCO members, national presidents and delegates, it is with a great honor that on behalf of the Italian committee, I present the city of Bologna as a candidate location to host the World Assembly and the International Conference in 2025. The Italian committee was recognized by all of you as an official committee in 2020, and we have already reconnected with a long history of our organization, and we have implemented also projects that respond to the challenges of the present. The city of Bologna has shown a strong interest in hosting the first Italian event of OMEP and has asked us to verify in this authoritative assembly about the possibility of becoming the next destination for our international meeting. We believe that this city can be an ideal place for this purpose and a fascinating destination from an historical, cultural, artistic, and environmental point of view. Located in the heart of Italy, Bologna is an easy-to-reach, compact, walkable, and flexible city, home of the oldest university in the world and home to top-quality educational institutions, but also to the best Italian cuisine, and one of the cities committed to becoming climate neutral by 2030. Furthermore, it is the capital of Emilia-Romagna, a region which has seen the birth of some important educational practices well known today worldwide as the one in Reggio Emilia. This is why I ask you today to choose the beautiful city of Bologna as the next destination for the World Assembly and International Conferences 2025. Thanks, merci, gracias, grazie.
Gracias, Matteo. Grazie. And now, before we vote, we will listen to the presentation of Hong Kong, China. Please.
Okay, thank you. Greetings from Hong Kong. Would you please share the PPT, Camilla? Yeah. Okay. Okay, greetings from Hong Kong. I stand before you today representing the OMA Hong Kong, China, with a heartfelt proposal to host the World Assembly and Conference in our city in 2025. Over the past 15 years, we have proudly organized 3 successful conferences, namely the 7th Asia-Pacific Regional Conference, the 36th Third World Assembly and World Conferences, and the most recent one of the 16th Asia-Pacific Regional Conferences in 2017. This track record demonstrates our dedication and commitment to providing a platform for meaningful discussion on early childhood education. In the last conference in 2017, the most recent one, we were privileged to welcome a total of 972 academic and early childhood education practitioners, and also 340 parents from 15 countries and national committees, fostering a diverse and inclusive environment for fruitful exchange of ideas. One of our core strengths lies in our strong public-private partnership. The OMA Hong Kong maintains close connections with government bodies, NGOs, and private enterprise. These collaborative approaches ensures that our events are well supported and have a significant positive impact on our community. Furthermore, we place great emphasis on connecting research within our organization. Our committee actively engages faculty members from various teachers' institutions, promoting research and fostering professional exchanges. This spirit of collaboration and knowledge sharing enhance the quality and relevance of our conferences. Hong Kong's academic excellence is well recognized, as highlighted by the QS ranking in 2023, which placed 4 of our university among the top 55 in the world. Our academic achievements are a testament to the dedication and hard work of our educational institution. Beyond academics, Hong Kong offers a wide range of tourist attractions that enrich the overall experience for conference attendees. Our city is a dynamic business center, bringing the excitement and melting pot of culture and home to diverse areas of cuisine. We invite you to witness the charm of our city in this video. May Kamala play the video? Maybe on the, yes, thank you so much. Wonderful.
Hello. Bonjour. Namaste. Konnichiwa.
I have been here for over 20 years. Hong Kong has been my home.
It's unstoppable, safe,
Incredibly attractive.
Top notch. I love Hong Kong very much.
The city is built for business. The capital, people, network, efficiency, and sound legal system.
Yes, we work hard.
But we play as hard. Cheers.
Totally spoiled for choices, from dining to shopping.
My favorite, dim sum.
Hagao, chao su ba.
Hong Kong is the connector to mainland China, with huge potential as part of the Greater Bay Area.
And greater assignments too. I love the city's year-round mega celebrations. The fun never stops. Global connectivity is superb.
And so close to nature too. Beautiful hiking trails and the beaches, just a stone's throw away.
I'm impressed by new developments. The airport city, cross-boundary rail and bridge are future-proof for business.
We are now so lucky here in Hong Kong to have new art scenes like M+ and Palace Museum, which are now absolutely my favorites for leisure.
A heartwarming Joseon
Makes you feel at home instantly.
I'm excited.
Hong Kong
Now stands ready with open arms.
With new opportunities
and assignments await.
The city will bounce back
stronger.
Come see for yourself. Hong Kong is ready for your business and enjoyment.
See you in Hong Kong.
Thank you for watching the video. In conclusion, OMAP Hong Kong China wholeheartedly proposed to host the World Assembly and conferences in 2025. With a proven track record, strong public-private partnership, dedication to do research, and academic recognitions, we are confident that this event will be a resounding success. We eagerly await the opportunity to welcome you all to Hong Kong in 2025 for an unforgettable and productive conference. We need your support and vote for OMAP Hong Kong's proposal. Together, let's embark on a journey of knowledge, collaboration, and growth in early childhood education. Thank you for your attention. Thank you, and I am here to address any questions or concerns you may have. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Amelia. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mateo. Thank you, Amelia. Beautiful cities, beautiful proposals, so interesting. And a very, very difficult votation. This is our last votation for today. Congratulations to both candidacies. And The question is, and you must select one option, please, of these two candidates to host the World Assembly and Conference 2025, Italy, Hong Kong, China. And here are the results. The next, the World Assembly and Conference 2025 will be hosted by Bologna, Italy. You have here the answers, 78% for the city and 22% for Hong Kong, China. Thank you and congratulations. Well, now we are in the closing of this wonderful World Assembly. I thank everyone. I thank you for being present, for your time. And the closing will be in charge of Mercedes. Thank you, everyone. Mercedes, you have the floor.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for this hard work. On behalf of the ESCO, I thank the national presidents and the representatives of OMEP in the United Nations systems and in UNESCO, and the members of the ESCO too, for having supported and promoted and accompanied the realization of this World Assembly. I would love also to give a special recognition to the members of the World Secretariat team, Camila, Gonzalo, Theo, and Clara, who are helping us a lot in these months. Without their serious and systematic work, everything we have achieved would not be possible, really. A special recognition to our translators, Carolina, Carla, Marcos, and Mariana. And Maria, well, the next time you have to say earlier. Oh, Maria, at the extraordinary session, it was discussed and decided not to make the OMEP declaration for 2023. The plan is to continue with the Declaration on Peace that was written and published and agreed in 2022, and from which we still have a lot to learn, to do, to spread, and to insist, unluckily. The plan is to intensify a concrete and contextualized work for the realization of the declaration in each of the countries, and to articulate it with the Tashkent Declaration as a new framework on ECC and our commitments, of course. I invite you to continue strengthening democracy and OMEP's member involvement. I am so proud today with our new committees. We are really growing and growing. And I invite you to collaborate in all the projects and social networks. As Soon insisted and showed, it is important to support also all the work of the World Presidency and all the work of the ESCO and all the work of the organization in the global field. So we need you to support us also, paying the fee. She will ask you to pay the fee. I know that we have to do many sacrifices, but it is important because without resources, we cannot work. Yes? So Let us remember that OMEP members must be the first to participate and strengthen also the value of the communication strategies. So again, visit our new OMEP website, send you your suggestions, because we are all the time correcting and adjusting and uploading news in our website. But of course, we have some problems, so we need you to read it and to send your suggestions. Please subscribe to the blog and send your contributions, and register your members in IJEC, in the free access to IJEC, and of course share our contents and our post in Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and all our campaigns. Of course, we ask you to involve more in the world projects and the surveys. You know that we have sent you surveys about that. And attending, of course, this year, the regional assemblies, participating in the webinars, spreading our webinars, and sending news and keeping in touch with us, with all the EXCO members and the World Secretariat. Let's continue working together. A big, big hug for each of you, and have a nice weekend. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Mercedes, very much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Mercedes.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Congratulations to our new members.
Yes,